Rush, and stars of the hit Nickelodeon show, also named Big Time Rush. James Maslow, great to have you back. And, of course, Kendall Schmidt, Carlos Pena, and Logan Henderson. Welcome, gentlemen, to HuffPost Live.
Hello, hello.
This is a nice little area that we're sitting in here.
I'm happy you're enjoying it. I think it's the first time that we've had this setup with 4 people, but
Right.
I feel special.
we are more than happy to accommodate this group. I can tell you.
Like 4 of us sit on one couch most of the time, so we appreciate this. Actually, more roomy than usual.
Or one motorcycle, like last week's episode.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one.
Do people think that there's actually coffee in these cups, or like every time
water,
I watch
but
one of
it's
these,
very
I'm like,
nice.
are they drinking a latte right now? No.
I thought they were did they want us to share those?
We're drinking a latte of water.
Oh no, Logan, Kendall, you guys just grabbed one.
Oh, thank you, man. It's a community water. We'll all
That was a
share.
fail on our part, but
No, it's okay.
That's
Don't worry
okay.
about it.
your own personal
Yeah, no, we're
discretion.
good.
So I have to play a clip right now of the show on Nickelodeon. Obviously,
Good.
it's not from the new season, but so people can take a look.
We're actually going to be selling those really soon. We're going to have all those
On
ready
tour,
to,
actually.
on
You can
tour,
buy
yeah.
some horse shampoo.
Toilet scrubbers, horse shampoo.
Really fun to watch that. They're actually really big sponsors.
Does that bring back some memories?
It
Yes,
does.
it does. That was
I don't know if it. Yeah, it does.
It's crazy. Like one episode takes, I think, like 60 hours a week
Or more.
Right.
or more just to shoot, and then it's done in 21 minutes.
it's
That's a
over
whole
just
week
like
of my
that.
life. It's gone in 21
Well, then
minutes.
sometimes.
Go
That's a
ahead.
load of horse shampoo right there.
Yeah.
Ew.
Or like sometimes people be like, you remember in that one episode when you did that, and you're like,
That is just
help
one
me
big
out, help
episode
me
of my
out. Like,
life
yeah, which
called Big
episode
Time Rush.
exactly you
Well,
talking
because I'm
about?
sure things get cut all the time.
They all run
Make it
together,
into
yeah.
the final edit. But so right now, you guys have been filming the 4th season. Everyone is dying to watch it. When do we know that it's coming out? Very soon, right? It's starting to premiere?
Very
Definitely
soon. We're trying to find the best date because this season, as Scott Fellows, our creator, says, he felt like 3rd season, like 1st and 2nd was, it had the bar of Pierce. 3rd was a little under. Well, since we were a little under, he wants to go like 5 notches above that for 4th season.
And we definitely are.
And
season's been
we
nuts.
also want to make sure that we can play episodes consecutively. We want everyone to not have to wait weeks on end in between episodes. So we're trying to wait so we can lay
And
them all
time it
out.
well with our next album.
Yeah.
So that'll be.
All right, well, so first, can you give us any juicy gossip as to what we can expect in this next season?
Well, we've got a few great guest stars. We did, to name a couple that we've actually talked about already, did an episode with Cher Lloyd, which is awesome. She was a great sport about being goofy with us, and great actress, too, for her first time doing something on TV.
Nice.
Gavin
Didn't get to
DeGraw.
meet her.
You know what's funny about Gavin DeGraw? I actually did a scene with Gavin DeGraw and never met him.
But we
I did, and I was not even in the
We
How
weren't
did
in the
that work?
scene.
How did
He
you
was
do
in and
it?
out.
But
He's
never
a
met
man
him.
around
Well,
town.
he was in the dressing room, and me
Yeah.
and Carlos walked by, and we were like, might as well meet him right now. 'cause
Gavin.
we weren't in the scene with him, so we were like, might as well say hi. And we talked for like 10 minutes,
Oh,
and then
such
I
a-
found out
funny.
later these guys didn't
Well,
even
because they
get-
filmed his side first, and they just used second teams. They just told me, hey, hang in the dressing room. We'll be out in 20 minutes and go to your side. And I guess they shot it completely clean, so it means no shoulder or anything. So on the turnaround, by the time I got there, he was completely gone.
All lies.
That sucks. What a bummer, right? You thought you were.
I hear he was nice, though. So, Gavin, thank you very much.
Thanks, Gavin.
All right, what about? Come on. Any other names that you haven't spoken about yet,
Or that we can speak about? I don't know.
or that you can?
Well,
speak about?
you know what? Fine. How about this? This is not really a guest star, but last week, on Friday, we did shoot a Harlem Shake video that
Yeah.
is being edited right now.
Yes, being taken care of.
On set, which was awesome. Had the green screen up. The entire crew was in there. A bunch of the cast members were in there.
Except for Stephen Glickman, who didn't show up. I don't know where you were, Stephen.
It was his
Really,
idea.
really upset at
It
us.
was
It was
his
his idea,
idea.
and we told him to come on set, 5 minutes, and wasn't
Thanks
there.
for the idea, friend.
He has
Yeah.
a problem with being late, so we said 5 minutes. It's happening because it costs like hundreds of dollars a minute to film the show. Like when you're not doing something productive, and
How much is it really? Didn't we figure it out?
it was
Well,
like
it depends
$6 a
how much
second.
crew you have, right?
Right,
These,
yeah.
are, these are salaries that you're talking
Yeah.
about. Okay, so you heard it here first. Harlem Shake video.
It's coming
will be posted
soon.
on the
It's
internet
coming.
Pretty goofy.
very soon. You guys are also nominated for a Kids' Choice
What?
Award.
And so is this guy.
Seriously?
Yes.
Yes. And Carlos.
It's cool, I think for all of us, it was definitely a dream come true the first year to just be a part of the Kids' Choice Awards. Because we grew up watching it with, who are the two little twins? Mary Kate and Ashley. Like back in the day when they were doing that. So for us to be a part of it and presenting and stuff.
And last year was cool because we won Best New Music Group, I think.
Yeah.
So that was cool to win that. That was neat.
And we're nominated for the same award this year. And Carlos is nominated for Favorite Actor.
That helmet paid off. That's all I gotta say. The helmet paid off.
Well, not only acting, we actually have some questions for you from the viewers too, because Carlos, I know you're going to be taking up some directing. This one comes from Rusher244 593.
Oh, hello.
Wow.
Quite the number there.
Hello.
Question
Hello,
for
244-593.
Carlos. Since you either have already been the director on an episode or going to be, what do you think is or is going to be the hardest part of directing? Much love.
Well, I have not directed yet. We have 2 more episodes, and then it is my Big Time Rush directorial debut.
Have you started planning it
Have you
yet?
prepped it
Oh,
all?
I've been going like literally going to every single meeting. Yeah, that I'm not in, just so I can kind of get a feel. But I don't know. These guys are awesome. They're not going to give me too much trouble, right?
We'd like to get out
Totally.
at a decent time.
Yeah,
We'll
as long
throw
as
that
it's
out
I'm
there.
Saturday,
leaving on
it's an
Friday
hour,
at
it's
5
like-
o'clock.
So if you want to make it easy for us, just
So no
throw it out
pranks
there.
planned for when
Well-
he's actually going to be directing.
Well,
there
we
will
can't
be.
say that.
No,
there will
I
be.
don't expect it to be easy on you at all, by the way. He's be like, action, Carlos.
So
that's
listen,
not
it
your
may
line.
be easier because the way I see it is that me as the actor, I've been in that position and I've kind of watched how the director works. So I know things that the director could do to make the actors happy and make things go a little bit more smoothly,
Yeah.
right?
Good.
Yeah.
No, actually, I agree
That's
with you.
what
I
we're
think that
going with.
actors sometimes can become the best directors because they understand, ideally, both sides. They know the acting side, and if you get the directing side under your belt, then you really do understand both worlds. And like he's saying, it's easier to deal with tons of people you have to deal with as a director. You need to deal with the executive producers and the actors and the writers and make it all come together.
And you'd be able to see it finished too. So that's, I mean, like, it's one thing to be in it as an actor and be like, okay, here's the scenes, and okay, cool, but he's going to be there for editing, and he's going to be there for the music scoring and everything.
Well,
Every
I
step of the way,
expect
it
it'll
really
go.
becomes your baby.
Yeah.
That way, right?
Oh yeah, and to tie this into the album, one of the songs that I'm doing is one that Kendall wrote that's going to be on the album, which we're super excited about. So that's what
That is very
It all
cool.
kind of ties in now. Segue to album number.
We can talk about the
3.
album. We can talk about the
Whoa.
tour. That's the thing. I mean, you guys are definitely you're a very busy bunch, and so when can we expect the album to come out? Sometime
You tell me.
summer?
Right?
I'm just taking a guess.
we still
We'd like
releasing
to
that thing?
think
Is that-
before the summer, maybe a little before, maybe early summer, because we are planning a tour right now, and hopefully the album will be out so our fans can learn the music and sing along when they come see the show.
All right, what about leaking music too? I mean, I've got a tweet here from you, Logan. It says, "Hate to see the hard work I've spent in the studio making new music get leaked. Sucks when people steal stuff."
I was
How does
upset
stuff get
that
out
day.
there?
I was upset that day. We had one of the songs that me and Kendall wrote.
You know what? People are really talented at getting into things on the computer. And I don't know, for me, it's kind of an interesting topic.
Hackers.
Hackers are really great at that. And I don't know, I grew up not knowing not to steal things from people. That's just the thing that.
And privacy
I
is
imagine-
huge for
yeah.
me. And I think it wasn't a finished product, so it kind of, it sucks whenever that kind of stuff gets leaked.
And then they're like, well, why wasn't Logan and Carlos on it? It's like, well, because it was a demo that we wrote.
Yeah,
Like
it wasn't
they
even
were,
a finished song,
yeah,
so. It happens.
It happened. Well, maybe you guys just aren't that good with your passwords too.
Right? Well, you know what's funny? His email
he can't
is
even spell
actually
his email
spelled
right.
incorrectly.
He can't even spell
He
his
can't even
email
spell,
right.
So he probably, yeah.
How is it?
We're working on it. We're working
Yeah.
on it, man. You'll get it. You'll get it.
I'm just giving you a hard time. All right, so the album is coming out. I mean, what's different about this album too? It's going to be
Everything, I feel like.
It's going to be your third.
Third
How has your
album.
sound changed? How has it developed?
Well, you know what? Last album was really targeted towards finding that cool radio song.
Yeah.
And we tried really hard and worked with huge producers. And we did the same this year, but we kind of went with the vibe that, what's going to be great on the show and what are the kids going to just want to jump around to? And I think that made it a lot easier and less stressful.
It was more fun. It was more about the idea of just writing a great pop song and letting the fans discover whichever one they think should be a single. So we're really leaving it in our fans' hands to pick their favorite songs and see if they want to push that to radio versus us saying, oh, this is the one, this is the hit, because music is entirely subjective.
Right. And at this point, we've worked with all sorts of fun people. We're with Ryan Tedder, and we've had a lot of those songs that were really cool, like Music Sounds Better, that kind of takes those, Daft Punk samples, and we've kind of played around with all sorts of pop. And so I think this one was a little bit different, just the way that we wanted to kind of present it and carry ourselves.
It's kind of funny. I don't think any of us ever thought that we'd do like an R&B song with Snoop Dogg.
Right.
Like, so we did
Right.
that.
Did it.
We've done that. We've
Been
done,
there.
Did that.
we've done full
Right.
dance like songs that are like just
Check,
straight
did
floor on
that.
the floor, did all that stuff. And like this one, we were just going for one thing that we talked about when writing it was high concepts, like things that were just interesting, not like I'm in love, but something more interesting than I'm in love, something a different concept.
Like I'm in love with a girl.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, we're
high
getting
concept.
somewhere, right?
High
Give us some more
concept.
detail.
We wrote most of this album ourselves, and so we wanted to be more real, more genuine, and I think it kind of shows up in this next album. So we're excited.
And so you did the Snoop Dogg thing, maybe Snoop Lion. Next.
Right, I
Now that
know.
he
Next.
switched
That's
over
the
to
obvious
reggae.
next step is Snoop Lion.
Snoop Lion.
But so how do you guys pick? You write the majority of your own material.
It's hard.
All of you do
Okay,
it. There's
listen,
four of
hardest
you.
That's the hardest part.
Hardest part
How
about
many
what we do.
songs as a whole did you have?
We probably
that you had
wrote
to narrow it down
50
from?
songs for this album alone, and then there was 10 or 20 songs that were left over from the last 2 albums that we had written for. So we have 60, 70 songs we have to listen to and narrow down and try and be honest about
It's-
what's
yeah.
the best.
Gets paid to my insomnia helps a lot too. It just
It really is difficult because you don't ever want to offend anybody or like take something away from someone because we've been doing
But they're
it
all
together.
great songs.
They're all great. It's just, it's totally subjective. I might be like, this one's cooler than that one. He might be like, this one's cooler than that one.
But
So-
imagine, you and your, 3 best friends, there's 4 of you, and each of you guys wrote 10 songs, but you can only pick, 6 songs.
I'd pick one of mine.
Well, exactly, because you wrote that.
it means a lot.
it becomes not something that kind of tears us up, but there's definitely kind of that like sibling rivalry. Like, well, then why is yours better? Well, then, yeah, well mine's better because of this.
But so my
it's good,
question is,
though.
what happens to all of these songs that never actually
get
make it on
leaked.
the album?
Well, outside of that, we save them for other artists and we save them for different projects, and then
If it's not good for us, it might be good for somebody else. And
Or just listening.
we're just
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the other thing too, though. I mean, so what about any interest in doing solo careers?
Totally.
doing
Yeah,
that's-
something a little
yeah.
bit separate.
That's another
yes, from
project.
all 4
you
of
know
you.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, all of us, of course, we're not going to just stop working after Big Time Rush, hopefully. So after this, whether
Yeah, that's
it's
on that
film, TV, or music, all of us are going to continue down our own paths. So anybody who decides to do music out of the bunch will hopefully have a bunch of songs that we didn't use for BTR that is kind of a start to their EP or
Or maybe I call James and I'm like, dude, that one that you wrote, second album, I'm doing this thing now. I'd love to have this in a movie.
No problem, 30 grand.
No, like brother.
no, brother, discount.
no
Well,
discount.
Kendall, but you're actually part of another group
Yeah,
called Heffron Drive, and so I mean, how do you balance the two?
Well, that was something that I did right like a year before Big Time Rush, and it started like on MySpace, and it started getting a lot of plays. And then I booked Big Time Rush, and I was like, well, I mean, this is like an opportunity of a lifetime. And so I talked to Dustin, who's the other guy in the band, and he's like, dude, go for it. Like, I would never say no to that. And so my whole life has changed since then, and I think after, I mean, who knows how long Big Time Rush is going to go, but we all have things we want to do. Like, I'm sure Carlos is going to do his directing, and I mean, I still write stuff. We write stuff together. It's really about the extent of it at this point.
When is the last time anybody has mentioned MySpace?
I just did. Bam.
go.
Killing it.
There you go.
Killing the
Justin
game.
Timberlake is trying to revamp it.
It's true.
you know,
I'm
give it a
curious
whole-
as to
give
how
it a
that'll
whole
go.
He's
turnaround.
making it look cooler, that's for sure. I just think people, now there's like a stigma attached to it,
Well,
which is weird. Like,
There was something else I just talked about. Kazaa. You remember Kazaa?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Kazaa.
Yeah, come on.
What about you, young kids?
No, I remember Kazaa. And you would like download, stuff, and
Lots
you
of
would
illegal
whoa.
songs.
Little
without-
Kazaa.
They were illegal. You were like,
Before Napster,
LimeWire?
right?
yeah.
Yep.
And then LimeWire.
How about this one? I've got a question from Jacob Soboroff, one of our own hosts here, but he's been monitoring the comments too, and I guess a lot of people are asking the same question. I want to see a song with Demi Lovato. Are you guys going to do one?
That would be cool.
love to.
Would
She
be
just
rad.
released her song, which
Heart
is
Attack?
amazing. Yeah.
That's a great song. It's catchy.
Shout out. Go download it if you haven't already.
Right.
All right, tell us more about the tour too. Summer
Tour.
dates?
Summer tour.
Summer tour. We actually, the only thing that we know right now is that we are going to be on stage singing songs for a lot of fans. We don't know.
We're giving you a lot. We're giving you a lot here, okay?
We don't know what's going to be behind us.
Are we
because
going international? Are we going to Europe? Are
That-
we going
that is the
to
plan.
South
It's a
America?
good
The plan is to visit all the Rushers this summer.
let's go around.
Wherever
All the
they may
Rushers.
reside.
All of
But we're
them.
definitely going to start in America. We're starting with our summer tour to be, launched off here where we live. And then after that, yeah, I mean, of
There may
course-
even be some dancing, I don't even
And
know.
some
We
singing.
may dance.
Yeah.
Any country
camaraderie.
that you haven't hit yet that you really want to go to?
Australia.
Oh, Asia too.
Yeah,
Asia.
both of them.
Asia. I feel like Asia. They just embrace music like hardcore. I think it'd be so much fun to go out there. I've never been.
I say
It'd
we
be fun
try
to
to
play a
hit every
show
single
in
place.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go over,
And then hit the beach, right? Barcelona.
Barcelona's a good
We have
place.
a band. We have a band goal. That we're trying to play a few places before we're finished because it's we're trying to set a record. I don't necessarily want to talk about it because then someone
No,
else
you
is
gotta
gonna
have
get
to.
No,
now.
because
We're
that
talking
band
about
is out on the
getting
road
it
again.
out.
Post
Right?
live,
Record?
okay?
All right, that band's playing again. Well, nobody's played in every single country.
Continent.
Rather.
Well, or country when you think about it.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, every single continent because it's not exactly.
Fall Out Boy got close. Their ex-tour manager was our ex-tour manager, and he told us these stories that was just incredible. But the last place was Antarctica.
That's right. How are you going to play in Antarctica?
Well, check this out. They had to hire what is it?
C-130.
C-130 bomber.
From the Chilean government.
They still couldn't.
So they literally were about to go. It was clear to go, and they got a call and said, "No, y'all have to perform at the Kids' Choice Awards."
Yeah, that's how powerful Kids' Choice is. By the way, it was like $200,000 to rent the thing. They're like, nah, we don't need it.
Like, you're not going to miss the Kids' Choice Awards.
Okay,
Like,
so
okay,
yeah,
we're
the
flying
Kids'
back.
Choice Awards superseded setting world records.
See,
like
we
that.
want to go
now.
play for the scientists.
So you guys are going to try to play.
You
on
want to go play
Antarctica.
for the scientists?
We're going to go, and then they're going to be like, you guys need to be at the Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah, right.
We're not going to make it.